Hello, everyone. All right, here I am again today, and we're going to talk about a topic today about weakness. Now, before we get started into that, I really want to say I want to thank everyone for staying with me, for hanging in there. Thanks for your patience. I haven't been quite putting out things as much as I wanted to because I'm really trying to take things to the next level and give you guys more than just me giving information. I really want to make things a little bit more entertaining for you. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me, staying on my platform, because what I have going here now is I got the social media site up. You can join anytime. So any information I'm not putting on here on YouTube, I'm going to put it over there because, YouTube only limits what you can actually put out. That's the first thing. Secondly, the online store, the finishing touches have been put there. That's in the process. So you'll be able to go there and show your support there. I hope there's something over there that you guys would like. It would be quite a few things that I hope can benefit you personally or as a gift or something. So show your support and thank you. Okay, guys? Now, on the social media site, as of right now, it's a free platform to join, and what I'm thinking about doing at a certain point, I'm going to start the memberships off at about $6 a year, and then as it grows, we're going to build from there. But basically, I want to try to keep it as low as possible because I want to be more entertaining, and I want you to go to my online store. Okay, so what we have here today, we're going to talk about weakness. Okay, and I know a lot of you probably know some guys who are part of the Passport Bro movement, and a lot of those guys are kind of contributing to what's going on here because whether they're going to whatever country they're going to, they're taking this weakness with them. You see, in your home country, the girls have already established you're thirsty for them, you're weak for them, they can get whatever they want from you. So therefore, you have lowered your value to them. They see no value in you, so therefore, there's no desire to keep you, date you, or even entertain your company. So then you go over to another country. So let's say you get to the Philippines because you heard some vlogger say, go to the Philippines, you'll find a nice girl, you'll live happily ever after. They're so wonderful, they're traditional, they're, all this stuff that you hope and dream for because you're taking that weakness and hoping it's going to get you what you want. So to all the bros and the wannabe bros, that weak mentality does not work. And that's what we're going to go over here today because until you guys change what you're doing, it's never going to stop. I have listened to guys that I have met in the Philippines, and some of them have been spot on. Like the one who told me that if you close your pocket, you'll see what they're made of. True enough, once I closed my pocket, they were gone like instantly. They had nothing else to say to me. So right there, I saw it's all about the money. Another one once told me, it's not impressive to go with a lot of girls. And when you really think about it, how is it going to be impressive that you have a lot of girls that you've paid for? Okay? You paid for their company. So right there, that diminishes your value. They have no respect for you. They look at you as being weak because you've paid for them. So these are some things we need to consider. Now, keep in mind, there's an easy way to do things, and there's a hard way to do things. There's an easy way to do life, and I don't care how bad you are, okay? Most baddies, or the cute girls, the baddies, are prostitutes because all they have to offer you is their body. Nothing more. They feel that because they are attractive, it entitles them to get whatever you have. It entitles them to your resources, your time, your energy. They have nothing to offer, and it's the easy way, but it's the weak way. It's that internal weakness. It's like, well, I have nothing to offer. I don't want to work on myself. I don't want to work on a job. I don't want to work to contribute to a relationship. So I'll just offer my body and see what I can come up with. Guys like me because I'm cute. And I've explained to you guys 100 times. If you go on any social media, and I'm going to pick on TikTok here for a second. If you just scroll TikTok, every third video is a live. And on that live, the girl is just sitting there talking. And there's hundreds of guys going after that one girl. Now, if that ain't weak, I don't know what is. So the greatest mistake a man can possibly make, the greatest mistake that he can make, is to be weak. That greatest mistake is when a man wants to make a woman more than she has to offer him. He wants to offer her more than she has to offer him. And in the pursuit of doing that, he makes himself weak by hoping she's going to give him what she doesn't have. So here's the thing, guys. The bros need to consider this. You want her heart. She's heartless. You want her love. She don't even know what love is. How can a woman know what love is and she's selling her body to any man that comes around? She wants respect. I've heard so many weak guys say, these girls deserve respect. You gonna respect someone that can let any Peter go in there eat her? If you can imagine a glass of water and 5 different men stuck their finger in that water, would you drink that water? Probably not. Now think about 5 guys putting their Peter inside the eater. You gonna stick your Peter in there too? See, that's where that weak and thirsty mentality comes from. You're so weak and thirsty for their sex, you don't care where you stick it. You basically want what she can't give. She don't know respect. She don't have any love. She's heartless. But that's what you're trying to get from her. So the thing we have to look at here, and I'm going to show you something. And I want you guys to think about this very carefully. And it's a quote I once read. And here's what it says. Because this will explain something for you. It says the weaker sex is actually the stronger sex because of the stronger sex weakness for the weaker sex. Now let me try that again because I know it sounds like a tongue twister and I'll slow it down. The weaker sex, which is typically the woman, is actually the stronger sex, which should be the man, because of the stronger sex weakness for the weaker sex. So basically it's saying the women are stronger than the men because the men are so weak, they make the woman strong. The weaker sex is actually the stronger sex because of the stronger sex weakness for the weaker sex. Until you guys stop being weak, you'll never be strong. And women are going to feed on that. Okay? Because you're weak for who they are, they're actually going to be the stronger sex. Now, most guys think their problem is money, women, or the economy. But the truth is, the biggest obstacle to man is the man in the mirror. It's not life that's holding you back. It's your undisciplined habits, your emotional weakness, and your addiction to distraction. So, a weak man is a slave to pleasure. He can't resist temptation. He sees cleavage, loses focus. porn, weed, alcohol, cheap thrills, all of that owns his mind. He's not addicted to pleasure. He's allergic to control. And that's why he keeps failing. A weak man talks too much. He reveals every move. He wants to sound smart, so he spills secrets. He complains. He gossips. Real power doesn't announce itself. Strong men let results speak, not their mouths. A weak man puts a woman above his purpose. He spends all day texting, buying gifts, begging. But kings don't chase queens. They build empires. And when the throne is strong, the right queen will show. And you also got to keep in mind, you would never see a bank run behind a broke person to give them money. But you're going to always see a man run behind a broke woman to give her money. Think about the analogy for a second. You would never see a bank run behind a broke person to give them money. But a man would run behind a broke woman to give her money. Because why? He wants her attention. The stronger sex is the weaker sex because the weaker sex has power over the stronger sex. A weak man lives for likes and applauses. He posts to impress. He acts to please. He's a slave to public opinion. But real men don't need validation. They walk into rooms and shift energy without even saying a word. A weak man wants life on easy mode. See, that's the thing. You want life on easy mode. So instead of controlling yourself, looking for real connection, you just go and give money, get her attention, and you want to sit back and say, you're the man. No, you're not. You're the ATM. So a weak man wants life on easy mode. He avoids hard work. He wants shortcuts, not strategy. He fears discipline, so he remains average. But growth never comes without pain. Strong men respect the process, even when it's hell. A weak man lacks consistency. He starts 100 things and finishes none. He can't stick to a goal, a habit, or plan. His life is a broken cycle of laziness, excuses, and self-pity. The world rewards the consistent, not the confused. You're being weak because you are awarding the confused. Women don't want you to look at their history. None of that. Because why? It keeps you confused. They want to keep showing you their cleavage, showing you their body. Because now your focus is on, can I be with her? And that's what you're trying to do by giving your time, your money, and your energy. See, a weak man is terrified of loneliness. I can sit in a room all day long by myself. When COVID hit and I was by myself, I felt okay. I felt content. I was pleased to be alone. It didn't bother me. But a weak man is terrified of loneliness. He clings to a toxic woman because he's afraid of her leaving. He tolerates her insults. He feels rejection. But real men know peace is better company than disrespect. I'm not letting anybody disrespect me. If you don't want to get with the program, then I let you move on to find somebody you want to be with. Simple as that. A weak man will live in distractions. He scrolls endlessly. Games, gossip, blogs, and memes. He's entertained by unfulfillment. Then he blames the system for his poverty. Truth is, his focus is too cheap to succeed. A weak man folds under pressure. See, when these girls put pressure on you, so let's say she wants you to give some money and send to the family. In your heart, you know you don't want to do it. She gets angry. that puts pressure on you, that puts fear in you, so you go back and do it. You give the money just so she's happy and you are feeling okay because she's okay. That's called codependency. And that's why a weak man folds under pressure. She puts pressure on you and you fold. You see, in life, tough times are going to come. And tough time comes and the weak man breaks. And he breaks quite fast. But life is like a battlefield, guys. Only those who fight, adapt, and endure rise above. A weak man wants sympathy instead of self-respect. Sometimes what I'm seeing with the bros, they want to give their sad story. Or maybe even not a sad story, just how they feel, hoping that the girl is going to sympathize with them and be with them. You see, he wants people to feel sorry for him, but the world doesn't reward tears. It rewards power, grit, and consistency. Get up, fix your mindset, and level up. Nobody's coming to save you. They'll save a woman, but nobody's coming to save you. So in my final words, keep this in mind. Your habits, not your culture, shapes your future. Okay? Your habits, not your hustle, shape your future. Your discipline, not your desires, define your legacy. Stop being your own enemy. Build yourself before trying to build a relationship. Control your emotions. Master your mind. Protect your energy. The future belongs to men who rise when everything else around them tries to bring them down. And when you look at what these women are trying to do, when you go over there thinking that you're going to find the needle in the haystack, it's draining your energy, your financial resources, and your time. And time is something you really can't get back. So with that being said, guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. And I hope that you guys stay with me and see you next time. Bye.